Is my PERS pension enough to retire on? CalPERS on average replaces 50% of your pre-retirement income. You have to decide how much you need to retire on. Maybe 50% is enough, but probably it is not. And you'll need to come up with additional funds to supplement your retirement. Generally, what we say in the industry is you want to typically have maybe about 80% of your income to be able to retire on. Another way I say it to people is, do you typically spend more money when you're working, or tonight or tomorrow over the weekend when you're having fun? Yeah, I hear weekend. That's usually me. I mean, when I'm working like I am today, I'm not out spending money. I'm talking to you guys, and you're here working. So, but I will tell you, in retirement, I've seen this with my clients over the last 20 years, and the studies I read. Typically, when you first retire, you want to take all those trips. Oh, I'm going to Hawaii. I'm going to Europe. I'm taking that cruise. They're going all these different places. So generally, right when you first retire, you spend a lot of money taking all those trips. 5, 10 years down the road happens, or a little bit longer, and you're like, you're done traveling. Like my parents are now both 80. Well, they're kind of done traveling. I mean, their health is starting to decline a little bit, but they're pretty happy just to stay at home. So that's kind of that second phase. The third phase you hit in retirement is when you have to go in a long-term care facility or something like that, and it's a lot more expensive at that point. And that's kind of what happens. But to just give you some average numbers, the average Social Security amount that people get is $1,072. Now, the average school member CalPERS pension is $1,193. Because school employees have less years of service. They typically have 16.8 years of service, whereas most state employees have 23.1 years of service. And generally, as a school employee, you work less hours. So the pension, and somebody asked this of me last time, and I'll just quote it from, this is from Facts at a Glance from CalPERS, pulled it off their website last night. The average retirement for state members is $2,500. If you take the average of everybody, of all retirees, PERS pays out $2,220. But again, the average state employee has 23.1 years of service. The average school employee has 16.8. So generally, school employees are going to get it less money. But if you're working full-time and your salary's going up, well, your pension's going to be higher. So that's, you know, kind of one of those goals you want to look for. Any questions on, is my PERS pension enough to retire on? Yes, go ahead and push the button.
Hold up. Okay, Social Security. Do you get your PERS pension, okay, for your retirement? Mm-hmm. Do you also get your federal Social Security, or is that just waived because you have a pension?
Good, very good question, and Ruth asked that of me in an email, and I called her earlier today and answered her question. Why you probably have the confusion is, as a CalPERS member, you're paying into Social Security, so you get your Social Security. Where you might be confused, if you're talking to a faculty member on this campus, they put money into CalSTRS. When they're putting money into CalSTRS, they are not paying into Social Security. So they have what's called the Social Security offsets, and I'm not going to go into those today, but that's where there's a lot of confusion. So yes, what you see on your Social Security statement, assuming Social Security is going to be around when you retire, that's what your benefit would be. So go ahead and push your button so they can hear you up there.
Plus my CalPERS. It's two separate things, correct?
Correct.
So I get two different places.
Yes.